Hey guys, what's up? It's Amena. So today I am so excited because I'm doing a collab with my girl Gisma D here on YouTube. She is a beautiful Sudanese girl. I love her personality. I love all of her videos. I've literally watched all of her videos like 100 times over. But yeah, anyways, we decided that it would be a good idea to do a video about Sudan because we get a lot of the same comments. A lot of y'all are confused about Sudanese people and what we are. Are we Arab? Are we African? And I don't blame you guys because a lot of Sudanese people are confused. I always joke around and say like Sudanese people are like the lost people in Africa because we have such a hard time with our identity. It's funny because even within Sudan, like people from the South or the West will say, oh, you're not African. And I'm like, okay. And then Arab people would be like, no, you're not Arab. I'm like, well, dang, what am I then? If I'm not African and I'm not Arab, what am I? I guess we just fell out of the sky as Sudanese people. But yeah, anyways, it's just funny. So anyways, I'm just gonna give you guys my opinion on what I think Sudanese people are and also what I consider myself. So after you watch this video, go check out her video. So I'm going to try my best to explain this very complex topic. The reason why I say it's complex is because literally we have so much diversity in Sudan. You literally have so many different kinds of looks. And I think that's why a lot of people are confused because you see some Sudanese people that look like your stereotypical Arab and you see some Sudanese people that look like your stereotypical African. It's known that Africa is the most genetically complex continent in this world. On top of that, the sub-Saharan region, that population has the most diverse people. So let's go ahead and try to explain this the best that we can. Are Sudanese people African? Well, yes, obviously. Sudan's a country in Africa. That's the most obvious reason. But forget about the geographic location of Sudan. Are the people actually African? The answer to that question is yes, the people are African. Now, it is well known in history that Arabs did come to Sudan and started mixing with the people. Most Sudanese people are going to be some sort of mixture of African and Arab. There are going to be some Sudanese people that are non-Arab, indigenous Africans. And there's also going to be a very, very, very small percentage that are pure Arab. There are very few tribes that are actually pure Arab, especially nowadays. The fact that the whole world is a melting pot, not just Sudan. It's kind of hard to be pure anything anymore. So you see why it's confusing here? Basically, we have non-Arab Nile Valley people, and then we also have descendants of people that migrated from the Arabian Peninsula, and these both mixed. Don't quote me 100% on the history because the history is a little bit iffy. There's no data pre-history. The land is so old. The people there are from ancient times. So we have no idea what they looked like. I wish I could see. But regardless, more importantly, it should be noted that there were people that existed there before and they had their own African identities and African languages and African cultures and African traditions. You know, as the Arabs came and started intermixing with the people, they brought the language, they brought the Arab culture, they brought the religion. And so the people that were there started to assimilate. I hate that word. But yeah, they started to take on the Arabic culture, traditions, and religion. But basically, even with the Arab mixture that we know happened, until this day, the African side is still dominant. I think that seeing how rich the history is in Sudan and that area, we can't deny that these were African people that existed before the Arabic influence. We can't deny that these were African people that existed before the Arabic influence. Even when you look at the tribes today, there's over 100 languages in Sudan, and there's still tribes that speak their indigenous languages, and they speak Arabic as well. If you watch Gisma's video when she went to Sudan, it's really interesting because she shows different tribes, and you can see even within these tribes, you can see how a lot of them still retain their African traditions. And it's like, you know, a mixture of the Arab influence and also what they had before. It's really not a question of are Sudanese Africans? Definitely. Not only for the geographic location, but also because, well, our people existed in Africa long before the Arabic influence came along. The real question is, are Sudanese people Arabs? This is where it gets a little bit tricky because you'll find so many definitions of what an Arab is. I'm gonna go by like the politically correct definition. What they say an Arab is somebody who, for the most part, mostly speaks the Arabic language and also follows the Arabic traditions and cultures and has some sort of tie to the Arabian Peninsula. Now we can knock out that last one because Sudanese people can trace their roots back to Africa, not to Arabia. So that doesn't really apply. The other things, the Arabic culture, Arabic language, most importantly, and the traditions, and etc. and etc. The things that they say make you an Arab are all things that can easily be changed. I can change my culture, I can change my language, I can change my religion. And so if I do that, does that mean I'm not an Arab? That's where I disagree. Like, if it's something that I can change, that means that's not who I am. Also, I want to mention really quickly the whole Arab League, because I know some people are going to say, oh, Sudan's in the Arab League. Guess what? So is Somalia and so is Djibouti. That's politics at the end of the day. Completely different thing. I'm not trying to downplay the Arab part of Sudan because obviously it's prevalent. We see Sudanese people speak Arabic. They do have a lot of the Arabic cultures and traditions, and it's very clear. The reality of the situation is that most Arab countries don't consider Sudanese people as Arabs. And if you see me walking outside in the street, the first thing that you're going to think is not, oh, she's Arab. No, you're probably not going to think of that. Even the way that we don't look like Arabs. We look, I would say, more like East Africans. I know some people are going to really get on me for saying that, but generally speaking, we do. I mean, you can't deny that we do. All right, so now this whole Afro-Arab label. I hear a lot of people use this label, and my brother, even my own brother, uses this. It does make the most sense in helping people to understand. When you say it like that, then people can understand. Sudanese people are basically just black Arabs. A lot of people say that too. And when you say it like that, it helps people to understand because there are different colors that exist in many ethnicities. It's not just Arabs. Yet for some reason, when it comes to Arabs, people have a really hard time believing that if you're dark, you're Arab. I don't know why, because in a lot of ethnicities, we find different colors. Anyways, so here's my personal opinion on this matter. My dad actually claims to be Arab. He does not claim to be African at all. He claims to be Arab. My mom, on the other hand, believes that she is of Nubian descent, like the original people in Sudan in Nubia. And these are non-Arabs. It's kind of funny because I have two different opinions. But when it comes for me, personally, I consider myself to be African. I know that's like not a shock to a lot of you guys. You guys are like, I called it from the beginning. I think more than anything, the best way to explain Sudanese people is that they are Africans who speak Arabic. And that's what I believe. That's the explanation that I tell people. We're just Africans that speak Arabic. And that's it, really. However, I do want to say this as well. I think that Sudanese people can say they're Arab and they can say they're African. There's no problem with either one. So anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I would love to hear what all of y'all have to say. Leave your comments down below. If you are from Sudan too, I would love to learn about different tribes. So leave your tribe down below and let me know like a little bit information about your tribe. So anyways, yeah, that's it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Say bye, love.
Bye.